We'll just have a quick look at how to construct ogives or cumulative frequency curves. Now, when we have to answer questions like how many people get pocket money less than $30 or how many students get pocket money more than $80, we use something which is called cumulative frequency. That is adding up of frequencies. So this is the earlier table where we had 30 students from a certain class and their weekly pocket money was tabulated. This gives the frequency. So cumulative frequency for the first class is the same as the frequency. Now cumulative frequency for the second class would mean how many students get pocket money less than $40. So I'll have to add up the two frequencies and I'll get it as 1 plus 9 is 10. For the third class interval, I'm asking the question, how many people get pocket money less than $50? So that would be adding up these three frequencies, which means 10 plus 4, 14. So going by the same logic, number of people or students who get less than $60 is 14 plus 5, 19. Number of students who get less than $70 pocket money will be 19 plus 2, that's 21. Number of students getting pocket money less than 80 would be 21 plus 7, 28. And finally, number of students getting pocket money less than 90 will be the entire sample of 30 students. So the cumulative frequency helps answer questions like less than or more than. As you can see, we have calculated the cumulative frequency. Once again, cumulative frequency corresponding to any class will tell you how many number of students have pocket money less than the upper limit. So if I'm looking at this class interval 40 to 50, the cumulative frequency 14 tells me that 14 students have pocket money less than $50. Right? Now, when we plot this cumulative frequency, the curve that we get is called the ogive. The curve that we get is called the ogive. Right? And how do we plot it? On my x-axis, I have taken the weekly pocket money in dollars, denominated in dollars. And on the y-axis is the number of students. So I shall just plot it as against the upper limit. So against 30, I will plot 1. Right? Against 40, I shall plot 10. That's a little bit more than 9 over here. Against 50, I shall plot 15, so that's, 14. Against 60, I shall plot 19. So 60. Against 70, I shall plot 21. Against 80 is 28, so this is 27, and against 90 I shall plot 30. Remember, the uppermost class interval will always have a cumulative frequency equal to the total size of the sample. Once you have plotted the points, use a scale and join these points with a straight line. Right? So this is called and you can always join it to the baseline at 20, the lower one. So this curve is called your less than ogive, right? So why do I call it the less than ogive? Because once I have plotted this graph corresponding to any point, I can have an approximate value. From my table, I get an idea that less than 50, 14 students have pocket money less than 50. From the ogive, I can even say something like the number of students who have pocket money less than 45 are 11 students, right? So by converting this table into a graph, I can even give you approximate values and information regarding the in-between points. So that's an advantage that the graphical representation has over the table. However, you have to remember that it's only an approximate value. There might be deviations between what has been actually observed and what we are estimating from this curve, but it's very close. Now, similar to the less than ogive, you can also create a cumulative frequency that is starting from the bottom. What I mean is, if you have the question, how many people have received pocket money, right? But if I ask you the question, how many people receive pocket money more than $70, you will have to add up these two frequencies, and the answer will be 2 plus 7, 9. How many people have pocket money, receive pocket money more than 60 will be these three frequencies added up. So that's 9 plus 2, 11. Similarly, more than $50 is 11 plus 5. Please hold on. More than $50 is 11 plus 5. 16 students have pocket money more than $15. 16 plus 4. 20 students have pocket money more than $40. 29 students have pocket money more than $30, and 30 students have pocket money greater than $20. Right? I hope you have noticed that this time I'm taking the cumulative frequency beginning from the last or the biggest class interval, right? So when I take the cumulative frequency in this way, I am talking about more than curve or more than ogive. If I plot this, what I get is the more than ogive, right? Or the more than curve. So the less than ogive, each point was plotted against the upper class limit or the upper limit. The more than ogive, when you are plotting it, should be plotted against the lower limit of every class. So let me just show you using a different pen. I'm using the green pen here. I'm drawing both the less than and the greater than ogive on the same graph, but you will have to construct either one of those based on what is asked in the question. So how many people have received more than $20 is the entire group of 30. Here again, the entire group of 30. More than $30 is 29. So that's a little, right. More than $40 is 20 people. So somewhere here, a little less than 21. more than $50 is 16 people. More than $60 is 11 people. So that will be somewhere here. More than $70, only 9 people. More than $80 is 2 people. Right? Again, once you have plotted the points, use a scale and join it with straight lines. You can always join this to the baseline 0 at 90, right? So since this is constructed from the cumulative frequency that adds up the frequencies from the bottom, I'm calling this the more than ogive, right? Again, here with this curve, I can say something like number of students getting more than $35 is approximately 25.5, right? Please do keep in mind that I'm drawing it freehand with a magnetic pen, which is why it is not as neat as I expected from you. You will be drawing it on paper with pencil and scale. So please be very neat when it comes to all graphs. You will not be getting graph paper, so please practice plotting such curves, be it histograms or frequency polygons, using scale and pencil on paper, right?